Hi everyone, it's 314 React here, and today we have something really interesting to look at. This is Project Misriah Spartans, which is a project for CS2 bringing Halo 3 content into Counter-Strike 2. So this has been made by someone called Froddoyo, first released on 20th of May and updated on the 21st of November. So it looks like they are continuing to update it and work on it. It looks really, really interesting. They've introduced 3 maps and a whole load of Halo weapons into the game. It's as simple as just searching for Halo on the CS2 workshop, finding it, and then hitting subscribe. They have the Halo ports of the maps and weapons, and they also have objective modes here as well. We're just going to be looking at the map High Ground under the standard diffuse CS2 game type. You can see the screenshots here, introduces the weapons, the Spartan models, even some of the gameplay elements of Halo over. So some of the features here are map supported directly from Halo 3, CS game modes, skinned as Halo game modes, weapons supported from various Halo games with sounds, custom damage tables, no movement penalties and no aim punch, character models ported, announcer sounds, regenerating health, and slower TTK. There's also a weapon table here. Make sure that you can get your loadout correct so that you can get all the Halo weapons. Because when you go into the inventory and set your loadout, you don't see the Halo weapons. You see the traditional CS2 weapons until you load the map. There's also some additional contributors here. Lydron, who did the weapon models and maps, Froddoyo, who did the character models and maps, and Orb NRG, who did some of the scripting. And there's some extra contributors here as well. Let's go check it out. Just need to go to workshop maps. And what we're going to do is going to do infinite warm-up, just so we can check out the weapons. There we go, got the classic Halo announcer there. So let's check out the T's. So already you can see we've got the beginning of the mishmash of weapons from various Halo games. You've got the pistol from Infinite here, which ironically looks like more of a CS2 weapon than a Halo weapon in the first place. Pretty nice little port. Pretty decent reload there. I think the reload is just a CS2 reload, but sort of skinned over the weapons. And then you have a knife here as well, which looks like some sort of twisty knife. I don't know whether that's like an ODST knife or something. I'm not 100% sure. If we go to the buy zone, I should have the loadout all set up to view all of the Halo weapons. We're going to look at the Zeus a little bit later, because I'll keep that one a bit of a surprise. But the Tech 9 here, we buy that. That is the pistol from Halo 2. So the slightly underpowered pistol from Halo 2. It looks a bit chunky here. All these pistols seem to look a bit chunky in the more recent Halos. Very, very chunky, very top heavy. Good sound. Cool reload, and of course no zoom. And then we go down, the P250 is the Halo Infinite pistol, and then we have the Desert Eagle, which is the Halo 3 pistol, I believe. Doesn't have any zoom on it, but has that big chunky Halo 3 look to the pistol, and the huge recoil that that pistol has. Nice and big impact there. We go to the Mac 10, which is now the Covenant Beam Rifle, which of course has 2 levels of zoom with the appropriate sound effect. Sounds right, but has a bit of an incorrect looking muzzle flash and has no beam trace. I don't know how easy it is to do a beam trace in CS2, but it has nice glowy bits on it, and the shader looks fairly correct. And of course you can use the F key to look at these, so we can kind of get a bit of an idea of the shaders being used on it. It's not quite the full Covenant shaders from the beam rifle, but it's pretty close. And then we get down to the Sword Off, which is the... I can't remember what the name of this weapon is, but I think it's a Halo 3 weapon. It's kind of like a brute shotgun. So you can see the kind of the hand is clipping through it there a little bit, because the animation is a little bit weird, because some of the animations and the view models aren't quite compatible with the Halo weapons. Still pretty cool. Just needs a bit of polishing on the animations there. There we go, this one's a bit clearer. So you can actually kind of see. It looks like it has classic Halo 3 textures on it. Oh, look at that as well, that pistol, that looks nice. Again, I think Halo 3 era textures. Okie dokie. Alright, let's see if we can view this one. There we go, look at that. It's quite a nice looking weapon, the pistol from Halo Infinite, but it just doesn't really suit a Halo game. But that's kind of a different topic. So now if we go down to the... What the heck is this? Oh, this is the saw from Halo Infinite. That actually looks pretty damn good in the Source 2 engine. Again, another weapon that doesn't quite fit in with Halo. But still kind of a cool sci-fi weapon. Definitely has movement penalties when you're firing and when you're moving because it's a heavier weapon. Oh. I think that's kind of a... Yeah, it's another kind of bodged CS2 animation over the top of that, so that doesn't look quite right. Still pretty cool though. Covenant carbine here as well. Again, wrong muzzle flash, but sounds right. No zoom on it. See how it does the reload. Yep, that's not right at all. That's quite funny. I'm guessing there's more work that needs to be done to the animations, or maybe some of the animations just can't be done in CS2. Nice shader on it. Not quite 100% accurate to the shader used in Halo, but still pretty good. Now we're down to the shotgun, which looks like it's Halo 3 variant, or maybe it's the Halo 2 Anniversary variant. There's quite a mix here. There's guns from Reach, Infinite, Halo 2, Halo 1 maybe, and also Halo 2 Anniversary. Very shiny. Look at that Fong shading. Sounds right. Even has a little animation on the little reload flap there, but doesn't reload in the right way. Sounds right though, sounds really beefy. I think that's the sound from Halo 2 Anniversary, which was a really beefy game for the weapon sounds. Next up we have a nice battle rifle, which looks like it's from a later game. Now, all the battle rifles in this don't have a scope on. I think this is the battle rifle from Infinite, and it has a reciprocating bolt on it as well, which I don't think they have in Halo. They might do in the later ones, but in Halo 1 and 2 they definitely didn't have a reciprocating charging handle. It just stayed still. This one does. Animations aren't quite right because it's a bullpup, but there you go. The ammo counter does indeed go down. That's pretty cool, and it has 60 rounds of ammo in it. And next up we have one of the assault rifles, which has the really nice red colouring on the top there, red metallic colouring. Look at that. Ooh. God, that looks good. In fact, we forgot to look at the... whatever this thing is. There we go. Look at that. That looks real good, though. The white paint and the blue little screen. That's real nice. Some of the custom paintwork put on this is just amazing. Looks really great. Look at that. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm not even sure what game this is from because it's got 40 rounds of ammo in it. So with the assault rifle, you think we get 60 rounds or 32 rounds? So God knows what game has 40 in it. Sounds really beefy as well. And just as you're looking through some of these, you can see that some of the pictures don't match what the weapon actually is, and it still gives it the original CS2 weapon name, so this is really confusing. Because it looks like it's supposed to get a bolt rifle there, but it's actually a shotgun. That's the shotgun, but the bolt rifle, it's a little bit buggy. I think it just needs sorting out a little bit. And then next up we have the battle rifle from Reach, I believe, which is a bit lower down than the other weapons. It's a bit odd. Nice and beefy, scope on it. Reload's wrong, but that's okay. Looks really, really good though. And if we do a little bit of that, because it's low down, it's harder to see. But I think it's got the original Reach textures on it. Next up we have this absolutely massive thing here with a real-time scope on it there. The funny thing is that you can kind of see how the scope works, and that you can see in the scope a bit of the actual weapon there, the kind of the front of the weapon, just a little bit of the front of the weapon. I think that's that bit there, and then as you move you can kind of see the scope of the weapon appearing, so you can kind of see that it's taking the screen here and then sort of rendering a small part of it within the scope. Bit of a glitch, but still looks cool. It also kind of lets you do no scopes, which is quite funny. Of course, has 2 levels of scoping, and sounds absolutely insane. For some reason, reloads every shot, so it has a 1-round magazine, which is quite bizarre. I'm not sure what weapon this is. I don't remember this from any of the Halos. Yeah, nice shiny texture there with a nice cube map on it. Maybe it's like a super sniper rifle from 5 or something. Good lord. Actually, no, it's like a railgun, isn't it? During the grenades, you have pretty much all CS2 grenades, but you do have, I believe, a grenade from Halo 3 by the looks of the textures. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. Let's check out the CT's weapons. So CT has the same starting pistol. Let's check out this one, which is the stealth pistol from ODST, I believe. Doesn't have the laser on it, doesn't have any zoom. It does look good, and there you go. It sounds pretty good as well. Nice little animation there. And again, this one doesn't look really chunky like the other two pistols. That's what's really interesting. Doesn't look top heavy or super chunky. Some of the weapons are shared between Ts and CTs. Here we go. This looks like a revolver from Infinite, possibly? Yeah, I think so. Classic 26th century revolver. Yeah. Pretty cool. I think that's from Infinite. Next up, we got the Nova again, the same shotgun. Let's see if we can have a look at this. Here we go. It's the Halo 2 Anniversary SMG. That's real nice. Just shows how good the Halo 2 Anniversary textures and graphics hold up. Now, this is supposed to be caseless, so yeah, there's no cases coming from it. That's a nice attention to detail. Sounds just right as well. Nice big muzzle flash. But the reload is totally off. So next up we have the suppressed version, which looks a lot more like the Halo 3 SMG, because I think it's from actually ODST with a suppressor on it. The Spec Ops SMG. So that looks pretty good. Muzzle flash might be a bit off center there, but looks good. Reload, same. And again, just some really nice texture work on it there. I think ported from Halo 3 ODST. Now we're over to the Halo 2 Anniversary Battle Rifle. It looks real nice. And it's had a shave as well, because it hasn't got the scope on it, which is kind of hilarious looking. It can do burst fire, or it can do automatic. It's really interesting to see in full auto. See, this one has the correct bullpup animation on it, so that's really interesting. It's just very strange to see it shaved with no scope on it. Next up is the assault rifle from Reach, but with a suppressor on it. 30 rounds of ammo. Nice metal sounding effect there. Really, really cool. Let's have a look at it. Actually, no, this might be the... I think it is from Reach, but the one from Infinite looks so similar. I can't quite tell. Again, doesn't have the bullpup reload on it. Very strange. Just a big suppressor on the front. It looks great, though. It looks really, really cool. Next up is this bad boy, which I believe is the MA5B. It sounds really beefy. Not sure what sound that's from. It sounds like a beefed up Halo 3 one. And the reload is, again, not a bullpup reload. It's just such a odd combination, like CS2 and Halo. Really weird to see all the animations, but it's really, really cool. Let's go for this next. The AUG, which appears to have a picture of the rocket launcher, but there is no rocket launcher in this mod yet, as far as I can see. Really weird. And then I think we've got this again, which is the, it's the super duper sniper-y thing. There is actually a sniper rifle in this that's not the railgun. I'm going to try and find it. There we go. So this one isn't actually mentioned on the weapons table that we looked at, but the Scar 20 is the sniper rifle from Halo 2 Anniversary, I believe, which again has the same little sort of real-time scope there and double zoom. Doesn't have the huge recoil. The animation's pretty spot on. Sort of has a trail on it, but isn't completely visible. But again, this looks pretty good. I just wonder why that's not mentioned on the weapons table, unless I've just completely missed it. Yeah, I was just double checking here, and the Scar isn't mentioned, so odd that that's missing. I believe that's all of the weapons except one, and that is the Zeus, which has now become the plasma sword, which looks completely ridiculous, but I kind of love it. And we're going to try and use that in a game, and we'll see what it does. Let's dive into a match. Let's go with the CTs as they have the more interesting weapon loadout, but we will move to Ts for a quick round. Whoa, that grenade went a long way. So I don't think it's taken on the Halo 2 or Halo 3 grenade throwing physics, where it felt like the Master Chief lost a whole load of arm strength between Halo 1 and 2. It's so funny seeing all these like Halo 3 era textures being rendered in the Source engine. Let's go over to the weird knife. Okay, this looks more like an ODST knife. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. We got him. We got him. And there's the football, which is from a game mode in Halo, which is taking place of the standard Counter-Strike bomb. Let's get this bad boy up. Let's go for the classic combo, which I guess would be the starting weapons of Halo 3. So this has quite a bit of kickback to it, which I'm guessing is why the analog of the Desert Eagle. Because it's a ball now, it rolls down hills and stuff. And it has that sort of floaty Halo feel to it as well. Still has some of the weapon slowdowns to it, so if you choose a heavier weapon, you'll move slower. Let's see what the plasma sword does. Oh, someone flashbanged me. See, it stuns them, which is hilarious. And then it can't be used for a while because it needs to recharge. Which is really funny. So I think this is all work in progress, so they should improve these things over time, but it's just very funny to look at some of the little workarounds they've had to do to translate some of these weapons. So the movement's really floaty here, like Halo, but sometimes it goes non-floaty, like CS2 again. So I don't know if there's some sort of bug there. It feels really floaty now, but there are times I've played it before, and just then, where the jumping seemed much more normal. And of course, there's still the original CS2 weapons in there as well, so the bots will occasionally use them, and you can select them yourself, so you get this weird mishmash of CS2 and Halo weapons. Let's see if we can do some no-scopes. This thing should be a one-hit kill no matter where you hit, right? No? Okay. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, if you're in the air, it still has the movement penalties for scopes. Hold on. Oh, god damn it. I have a feeling that little scope might not be too accurate unless you're actually properly looking through it. Yeah, let's look at some of the view models here. Look at that. Some of the models from Halo 2, I'm guessing? Yeah, they look very much like Spartan variants from Halo 2. Possibly Halo 2 Anniversary. Bit of a stealth run. Oop. Really satisfying pistol. Brings me back to summer of 2015, where I was playing Halo ODST on the Halo Master Chief Collection. Good times. Ooh. Oh, they had the shotgun. Oh, I don't know where it's gone. Don't know where it's gone. I was going to pick it up. There we go. Oh no, they didn't have the shotgun. They had the really cool red assault rifle. So now let's go for the shotgun. This should be pretty beefy. Feels very wrong without the circular reticle. And of course I'm just playing against bots here as well, because I'd be terrible online. Just like I'd be terrible online on actual Halo as well. Boom! Oh. And the shotgun has the sort of medium range that it can have in Halo 1, as opposed to the later Halos, or at least Halo 2, where if your enemy was more than about a meter away, it would do nothing. Dude just chilling out there. Let's flick over to the Ts and see how their weapons play. So let's go for the brute shotgun thing and the Halo 2 Anniversary era pistol. Yeah, look how chunky it is compared to the one we were just using. Sounds good though. Same with the Halo remake trailer. The pistol in that just looks so top heavy in the way that it just didn't in the original Halo. Oh. So this weapon feels suitably underpowered, because that's exactly how it felt in Halo 3 as I remember. because you kind of expected, oh, a brute shotgun, oh, it's gonna be awesome. And then it was just like that, just very underpowered. It was pretty accurate from Halo 3 there. Never was a fan of the brute weapons. They never could quite get them to feel right. Halo 2 and beyond, they always just felt really weak and pointless weapons, the brute weapons. But hopefully Ruby's rebalanced Halo 2 fixes that. And I'll be doing a video on that when that is released. I'm very excited about that. There we can see it says hold onto your butt, which is of course a Jurassic Park reference. So let's get the DMR. I called it a battle rifle earlier, but it's a DMR. It's almost like I'm throwing these grenades in low grav. Really weird. Let's go for the future-y looking assault rifle thing, which is the only one that has 60 rounds in it, I believe. So I think there is an increased time to kill, but it doesn't feel too far off because there's no shields. Yeah, that's the other thing missing. No shields. Of course. How did it take me that long to notice it? Let's try the bit of the beam rifle. Again, very low down view model. No huge purple trace there. There's a little bit of a trace, but ooh. Oh boy. Let's see if we can go plant this bomb actually. And also these little things up here explode. Just like in the Halo games. That's pretty cool. And the explosion, I think, from that is just like a bigger version of the grenade there. Possibly the same explosion that is in the actual CS2. Let's try this Halo Infinite weapon. Yeah, I don't know why in Halo Infinite they decided to make some of the guns look distinctly non-Halo. And 4 and 5 as well. Really weird. I mean, at least in 4 and 5 they all had a new look. But in Halo Infinite it's like, oh yeah, we've gone back in time for some of them and made them look like the Reach guns and stuff. Very weird decisions that 343 made. And there we go, there's just one of the bots casually using an AUG. Very funny to just see a Spartan using an AUG. The knife looks really funny on their waist there as well. Oh. The bots in CS2 are so funny. I don't think he hit him once there. There we go, he got him. He got him in the end. Only because the other bot was more terrible. And it does have regenerating health. There you go, you can see his health going back up. So it kind of has the Halo regenning of health. It just doesn't have shields to pierce through. Quite fun to play through. It's quite weird. Just the Source engine with Halo weapons in. And it's the second video I've done on that. The first one was Halo Gold Source, which of course brought Halo to the Gold Source engine. So now here we are with Halo being brought into Source 2. Really, really interesting. I think we've seen all the weapons that are currently in it. Again, it seems to be work in progress, so I'm probably going to take another look at it in future and look at a couple of other maps and see if they add any weapons to it. It would be nice if they could find a way to make the weapons more accessible without having to change loadout up. Maybe have them scattered around the map instead, but I don't know how compatible that is with the CS2 framework. Very, very interesting. Go check it out on the workshop. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe and hit the little bell. Really helps the channel. There's a new video every week on video games and technology. Hope everyone's staying safe, and I will see you in the next video.
Bomb armed.